The No Fate channel checking in. Recently I had the chance to interview someone who just ran their first Spartan race, and in fact their first obstacle course race ever. They participated in the Tuxedo, New York Spartan Sprint. So I asked them a few questions to pick their brain and get their opinion on not only obstacle course racing, but the Spartan race and the Spartan experience.
I did the Spartan Sprint in Tuxedo, upstate New York. Specific to the race, I did zero training. I work out on average 3 or 4 times a week, and for less than an hour. So considering that this race took over 2 hours to complete, I was probably not very well prepared for this race. Favorite obstacle, I would say, was probably the, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's the rope climb against a wall. Like you run up to it and grab the rope and then pull myself up. Worst obstacle for me would have to be, well, either of the monkey bar related challenges. So that's the twister and the rings. Basically because at this point I don't have the upper body strength to like sustainably hold up my own weight. So those were sort of duds for me. I mean, I gave them each 3 good tries, made it a little bit farther each time, but at a certain point you gotta just suck it up and do the burpees. The spear throat, that's interesting because I hit it on target, but realized that if I had taken an extra crow hop, it would have had the force to actually stick in there. So even though I was dead on, it didn't stick in. More burpees. I would say it was what I expected in that there were portions of it that I just felt were too difficult for my level of fitness. But I also had a pretty good feeling that since the weather was going to hold out, I had a good time. You know, I could imagine this would have been pretty hellish if everything had been wet and muddy. I mean, there's mud anyway, but it would have been a whole different story if it had. I definitely would go with the compression socks if I were to do it again, because one thing I totally underestimated was the ruggedness of the terrain in this thing. I was picturing more like open field type stuff. This was like running through the woods. So there was definitely some pretty hairy terrain in terms of like you're running through a lot of foliage. You don't know what's down in there. And so I didn't get poison ivy, but it's kind of a miracle. I would go with the compression socks next time. I'm glad you asked. I was very disappointed to find that, first of all, I was disappointed when it looked like the best beer I was going to be able to find there was Blue Moon. Blue Moon's okay, not my first choice. But if you want a Blue Moon, you will be paying $7 for that Blue Moon. Your drink ticket gets you a Coors Light and nothing else. I would do another Spartan race, and I will be altering my training for that. In other words, I think I'm going to be trying to do more pull-ups, more chin-ups, you know, just to sort of adjust my like upper body strength to body weight ratio. I think that's where I fell short the most. So, but I would definitely do one again. It was a lot of fun.
If you've come this far in the video, then definitely give it a like and smash that subscribe button. Hopefully you found the interview informative. Let me know in the comments below what your first obstacle course race experience was like. What was the race? How did you do? Was it easier or harder than you thought? As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. The No Fate channel is dedicated to providing you with ideas on how to improve your community at home, your community in your neighborhood, and your community in your town. I'll also be giving you insight into this dad's tricks, trips, and tribulations.